what's up, guys? Got another video here for you. This is Tuned in Sports. My name is Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
And today we're bringing you Week 6 preview of all the games, giving you our breakdowns and just sharing our opinions on stuff. And this has been a continuing series that we've been doing every week, where two people come on the show and share their thoughts on each game. And me and Bennett are going to continue this trend this week. Yep. And then next week will be Dad and Don, Steve and Don, next week. So we're excited to bring you another episode of this. So I say let's just go ahead and dive right on to it. So week 1 on the schedule, game one on the schedule for week 6. Looks like we got the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans, scheduled for 10 o'clock, or at least if you're here in Pacific time. What are you thinking on that game?
My opinion's probably going to be a little bit uncommon, but I actually think the Texans are going to win this game. I think Deshaun Watson's going to have a good game, and they'll end up getting a win.
Wow, okay. I don't see that. I actually think that Tennessee's going to win this game just because they're at home. I think they're overall a better team, and I just see Tennessee getting the win here. I don't think the Texans are horrible. I don't think they're as bad as their records show, but I think they're going to be in for a tough game this week, and I think I got the Titans winning this one. But I don't think you're crazy for picking the Texans. I think they could win. Let's move on to the next game. Cincinnati at Indianapolis. I'll go first this time. I think, the Bengals, they're going to play better this week than they did against the Ravens. The question is it going to be enough to beat Indianapolis? And as much as I would love to say the answer to that question is yes, on the road, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going with Indianapolis on this one, but I think it will be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a complete blowout like last week, but I do have the Colts winning here.
Yeah, I think the same could probably be said for me. I expect Cincy to be in the game, but I see them coming up short. I think it will be at least one possession game, though.
Now, I will give them a better chance to pull off the upset this week than I did last week against the Ravens. I didn't really give them any chance to win that game. I really didn't think they were going to win, especially in Baltimore. But this week at Indianapolis, it wouldn't at all shock me if they did manage to pull out the win. I don't think it's going to happen, but it wouldn't blow my socks off if it did. But I just don't see it happening, unfortunately. So, all right, let's get into the next game. Atlanta Falcons at Minnesota Vikings.
I got to go with Minnesota for this one. I think they got robbed and made a couple bad play calls and ended up costing them against the Seahawks. I don't see them making the same mistake twice. So I think they're going to beat Atlanta, and Atlanta has constantly shot themselves in the foot this season, and I don't see that changing. So I got Minnesota.
Yeah, I really think that Minnesota is going to win here. Atlanta, they got a new coach coming in, or I don't know if it's a new coach or the offensive coordinator stepping up or defense. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be the deal there, but, they fired Dan Quinn after a handful of years there, and they're struggling this year. And I just don't see it getting better against a really good Minnesota defense. And I see the Vikings winning here I don't know if it'll be a blowout per se, but I think I see them winning pretty handily. Okay, moving forward, Denver at New England.
Obviously, I'm taking New England. Too many injuries on the Denver side of the ball. So.
Well, I don't know who's going to be quarterback for New England, though. If Cam Newton is still out and they got Brian Hoyer, then I think Denver definitely has more than a shot to win the game. But even with that being said, I think I still got the Patriots winning. If it's Hoyer, I don't know. But if Cam is playing, I'm definitely taking the Patriots. If it's somebody else, then I'll go with Denver. So if it's Cam playing, Patriots. If it's somebody else, Broncos. That's what I'm going to say.
Interesting.
Okay, next game. Oh boy, we're really getting into some exciting stuff here. Washington at the New York Giants. I'll go first on this one. I got Washington taking this one. I'm not sure who the quarterback's going to be, but I just think that Washington, they played the Ravens tougher than I think a lot of people thought they were going to. And then last week, they did get pretty well handled by, who was it, the Chargers? No, the Rams. They got handled pretty well by the Rams. But if Alex Smith comes in this week and starts for him again, I don't know if it's going to be him or Kyle Allen, but if it's Alex Smith or Kyle Allen, I actually give him a decent chance to win this game. Giants aren't that good, and I think their defense and Ron Rivera, I just give them a leg up on the Giants. So I'm going with Washington here on the
road. I'm going with the Giants, actually.
Okay.
I thought they should have beat Dallas last week. So, and I thought they looked damn good in that game compared to how they looked before,
Yeah.
So, I got to go with the Giants in this one.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a pick 'em. Neither team is good, so
right.
It is what it is. But all right, moving on to the next game, we got Baltimore at Philadelphia. Speaking of teams that aren't very good, Baltimore, I'm going with them without a doubt. Ravens.
Baltimore, yeah.
Okay, next game.
Not much to speak
Cleveland
on that one.
at Pittsburgh. I definitely think this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. However, it seems like, even last year when Pittsburgh was on their third string quarterback and the Browns theoretically should have had a pretty simple win, they still managed to lose to them. The Browns just have the worst time with the Steelers. But I do think they're better this year, so I think it'll be a tough game.
I'm taking Cleveland. I think they're going to stay on the 3-win streak and go up to 4.
As much as I would love to see that happen, especially after Pittsburgh just beat my team last week, I'm going with Pittsburgh here. I think the Browns are getting better, but Pittsburgh is just too solid, and I think Pittsburgh will end up beating them at home. I'm going with Pittsburgh. All right, Chicago at Carolina.
I'm taking Chicago. I think Chicago's a better team than people are giving them credit. And I just don't think Carolina's all that great. So, just my opinion.
I'm going with Carolina, actually. I think Carolina has been playing really well. I think a lot of people thought that they were going to be horrible going into this year, be rebuilding and all this other stuff after Cam left. But honestly, they've picked up kind of where they left off last year. And in a lot of ways, I think they're surprising a lot of people. And honestly, I think they're going to, at the very least, this should be a game. I don't think Chicago has done anything this year to suggest to me that they're going to blow out the Panthers. And the Panthers have been a very game team. They're at home, and I think this is one of those games that they could easily surprise the Bears here. I know the Bears have a good record, and they're obviously a solid team, but I think the Panthers could pull off the upset here and move to 4 wins.
I just, the main reason I say the Bears is they had a mighty good win against the Bucs last week.
Yep, they
did. I think that's the game that really probably will send them on a win streak.
Yeah,
I think.
It very well could. I just think, the Panthers, too, had a good win. They handled the Falcons. I mean, it was never even a game. And it was in Atlanta, too, I think. So, and before that, the week before that, they won, too, against, I think it was the Chargers they beat. So,
yeah.
The Panthers got their own win streak going. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's definite, but I'm going Carolina this week. I
got Chicago, so
yeah.
We'll see.
So, all right, next game, Detroit at Jacksonville.
Obviously, I'm taking Detroit. I just think Jacksonville's terrible.
Yep. I really think that's probably the right side, but I'm going Jacksonville. And it's not just because I want to be opposite of him on all these games. It's simply because I think this is a definite easy pick going with the Lions here. And so just simply because of that, I think they'll find a way to screw it up and even plant the seeds even more for just the coach needs to be fired. And I
think, see it, but
I think that's what's going to end up happening here. And after this happens, the fans are just going to be pissed off. And Jacksonville, they're just one of those weird teams. Some weeks they come out and look great. Other weeks they look like they should. And I just see them coming or playing the Lions at home and giving them a game and somehow sneaking out a victory. I just see it happening. I don't know.
Hey, it could with the Lions, that's for sure. They're one of the few teams that just knows how to blow games.
Yep.
So.
Yep, for sure. All right, moving on to the next game. New York Jets at Miami Dolphins. What do you think?
I'm taking Miami. It's in Miami, and Miami's playing some pretty good football, actually, these past couple weeks.
Yeah, they beat the tar out of the Niners last week by 23
Yeah, it wasn't even a game.
No, it was 30-6 at one point.
And I look for them to build on that this week against the Jets.
Yep, this game I'm completely agreeing with him. I think the Jets are just the craps this year. They're horrible.
I think they could be 0-16.
Miami is going the right direction for sure. So I think definitely Miami at home. Even if they were on the road, I'd go Miami here. I think the Jets will sneak out a win against somebody just because it's really hard to go 0-16. I think they'll find a way to sneak out a win against somebody, but I don't see it happening this week. So, yeah. All right, next game, Green Bay at Tampa Bay. Boy, this is going to be a very interesting matchup for sure.
Yeah, I'm taking Green Bay, though. I think Green Bay is really good. And Tampa Bay is coming off a heartbreaking loss against Chicago last week. And I just think Green Bay is the better team, honestly.
Yeah, I think Tampa Bay, I think they're going to, I'm going with the Packers on this one. Even though it's in Tampa Bay, I think it'll be a tough game, but I see the Packers winning this one. I think that they are really pretty solid this year, and Aaron Rodgers is playing some of his best football right now, I think. And so I just think that's going to be too much for the Bucs. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Bucs gave him a good game and or ended up winning. But I think probably Packers.
Yep. Let's
All
move
right,
on to
Rams
the Sunday night.
at 49ers. Rams.
Yeah, Rams for me too.
49ers, I mean, they got blasted by the Miami last week, and Rams are a hell of a lot better than the Dolphins. So I don't see any reason why this would even be a game. And honestly, the fact that it's still at the 5:20 slot is kind of puzzling to me. I would have probably, traded that out with a different game, especially because we already watched the 49ers play the Eagles a couple weeks ago on Sunday night. So
yeah, I think if they were to replace it, I would put actually the Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Yeah, that would be the game that I would have on Sunday night.
Yeah, I agree. Or maybe Houston at Tennessee. I don't know. I mean, yeah, probably Cleveland at Pittsburgh would be the ideal one. But you don't want to just take away all the interesting games from the morning. But the thing about football is people are going to watch it anyways.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? So, like...
I mean, just look at the last couple Thursday night games. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
New York at Denver. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly.
In Jacksonville and Miami. I mean,
exactly. All right, Monday's games: Kansas City at Buffalo. Boy, this is gonna be a hell of a contest. I think the Buffalo Bills are still undefeated, right? They beat the Raiders. Kansas City is coming off a loss to the Raiders last week. I believe the Bills are undefeated still. So, and they're at home taking on a Kansas City team that's coming off a loss. What do you think?
I'm taking the Bills.
Wow. Okay.
I got the Bills taking this one.
Okay. I'm going with Kansas City only because they're coming off a loss, and I don't see them losing 2 weeks in a row. But not because I don't think the Bills have a chance. I think they do, and they're at home. I just think I don't see Kansas City losing 2 weeks in a row.
I think if the Bills watch the tape from the Raiders game, I think if they could use some of those things that were causing the Chiefs problems, they could easily win it.
Oh, I completely agree. But I'm just saying, I just see Kansas City coming out with a win.
So there's another game we're on opposite sides of.
Yeah, I'd say we've been on opposite sides more than the same.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the other Monday night game is Arizona at Dallas.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals here. Even if the Cowboys had Dak, I think I would be going with the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are a solid team. They haven't played like it all the time, but I think they're a really solid team, and I think they're going to be in the picture at the end of the season. And I just think Dallas, they're at home, but I really think that they're struggling this year. Same with the rest of the NFC East, and I don't see the Cowboys winning this one.
Yeah, I would agree. It's not really that I don't think the Cowboys could win the game, because I do. I think the Cowboys very easily could end up getting a win in this one. But I just think they don't got good defense, and I ultimately don't see them being able to stop Kyler Murray and that nice receiving core.
Yeah, me neither. And the other thing is Andy Dalton going to be able to keep up with
how he looked last game?
Well, is he not so much that. Is he going to be able to keep up point for point with Kyler Murray against the Cardinals defense, which I believe, in my opinion, is loads higher and better than Dallas's defense. And to me, I don't think so. I'm not saying Dalton's not a good quarterback. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback and definitely one of the best backups in the league right now, for sure. I think he should, be starting, in my opinion. I mean, if he was somewhere else, I think he would be starting. But all I'm saying is, I think, is he going to be able to keep up with what the Cowboys, or is he going to be able to keep up with the offense of Arizona, where Kyler Murray, I think, is going to be going crazy all over the Cowboys defense? I don't think so. So I'm going with Arizona.
Well, not only that, but Dalton's like learning a different system too. So
yeah, that's true. But overall, I think there's a lot of kind of filler games this week.
There's a lot of ones that could go either way.
Yeah, but a lot of the games, it's not necessarily for an exciting reason. Like, there's a lot of games that are interdivision games and stuff between teams that are really not fighting for anything. Like New York and Miami and Washington and New York, and just a lot of games between teams that are not really involved in anything this year. So overall, I kind of think that there's not too many exciting games. But I will say that the ones that are exciting, I'm really looking forward to. And the two Monday night matchups, more specifically Kansas City at Buffalo, I think that's going to be a great game. And that's really going to go a long way in seeing just where the Bills are at. If they can play with Kansas City, I give them a chance to
win the whole thing,
win the Super Bowl this year.
I think,
I think they're one of the best teams in the AFC. And I think this could be, if they were to win this game, this would put them on the map. Like, hey, we're not like going to be good in the future. We're good right now.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, if it wasn't for some garbage crap against the Texans last year where they hit Deshaun Watson, 2 defenders hit him, and he somehow bounced out of both of those, both the people hit him at the same time, and he somehow managed not to get sacked, they win that playoff game.
Yep.
Last year. So they've been good, but I mean, I don't see... I don't know if they're going to win this game, but if they do, watch out. The Bills are here and they're now. Even if they don't win and they just play a tough game, I think they're for real. And even if they don't, I still think that they're really good. But we'll see what ends up happening.
Yeah,
I can't wait for
I'm
that
still taking
game.
them over most teams.
Yeah, I can't wait. One way or another, I can't wait to watch that game, see what ends up happening. So...
yeah, I'm just looking forward to having football for another week.
Amen to that. That's for sure. But, all right, man. Well, with that being said, guys, this has been Tuned In Sports. Another video for you. And this was the Week 6 official breakdown of all the games. We'll be giving our Week 6 preview for our teams, as well as hopefully get the Dent Sports guys on here with us to do Week 6 preview
for our
specific teams. But this was just a preview for all the teams, all the games, and
kind of giving you what our thoughts were on who's going to win each.
Exactly. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and check out the rest of our content. We got NFL videos, NBA, NCAA football, baseball. He's got a Giants video out, as well as if you guys are Clippers fans or interested in the Clippers, he's got his own page.
Yeah, that I'm gonna be starting
called
the Clip Joint.
Called the Clip Joint. So make sure you guys go over and support his channel as well. Especially if you're Clippers fans.
I haven't gotten out any content yet, but
it's coming.
Once like it's probably our first video is probably gonna be around the time that the Clippers announce their new coach. So
or any big players.
Yeah, exactly. So just look out, be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, so make sure you guys check out that channel as well, the Clip Joint, and make sure you stay tuned in to Tuned In Sports. My name is Bryson.
I'm Bennett,
and we'll see you guys in the next video.